Arsenal moves forward in the transfer market with Edu making a big move to seal a deal for ex-Real Madrid star Karim Benzema. And Fabrizio Romano brings bad news for coach Mikel Arteta. Watch until the end to capture every detail. But before that, if you are also passionate about Arsenal, subscribe to the channel now and stay up to date with everything that happens behind the scenes of the biggest team in the Premier League. Without further ado, let's get to today's updates. Arsenal are currently considering an ambitious swoop to sign Karim Benzema. It is no secret that Arsenal are on the lookout for a new striker. They have already been linked with a host of big names, including PSG superstar Kylian Mbappe. Now, Mbappe's fellow Frenchman who has previously hit similarly stratospheric heights in the game, Karim Benzema, has emerged as a potential target for the Gunners. According to TeamTalk, Arsenal are one of two Premier League clubs currently weighing up a move for the veteran attacker. Chelsea are also keen to secure his services this winter. Benzema is currently on the books with Saudi Arabian outfit Al-Ittihad. However, the 36-year-old is certainly unsettled at the club. As reported by Marca, he has missed several club events and has been excluded from the Al-Ittihad training camp in Dubai. This all suggests that the club would be willing to let the forward go, and that Benzema himself would welcome an exit opportunity. Despite his age, signing Benzema would still represent a major coup for the Gunners. Whilst the 2022 Ballon d'Or winner may not now be quite the player he once was, he is still a supremely gifted striker. This is likely his last opportunity to test himself in the Premier League, and he still has the capacity to shine at that level. How can Edu bring Karim Benzema to Arsenal? Over the course of his career to date, Benzema has been one of the most successful strikers in world football. In his 14-season stint at Real Madrid he scored 354 goals, 1 for La Liga titles, and 5 Champions League crowns, amongst many other honors. Prior to that, he established himself at Lyon, who he helped fire to 4 League One triumphs. The 97-cap former France international is an elite-level player who would raise the standards of Mikel Arteta's squad, at least on a short-term basis. Arsenal have discussed making a move for Benzema internally, and have to view the player as a short-term option. This is not just because of his age, but also due to the expense associated with securing his signature. His current contract with Al-Ittihad sees him earn almost £200 million per season. Arsenal are also struggling with a lack of funds as it is. The only way that sporting director Edu can possibly hope to get Benzema through the door at the Emirates Stadium is on a loan basis until the end of the season. The striker would have to forego a significant chunk of his wages, or Al-Ittihad would have to cover them during his stay in North London, but that may prove to be an agreeable compromise given the player is now such an outcast figure in Saudi Arabia. A move for Benzema would be an ambitious one for Arsenal to attempt, but there is a chance that a deal could be done this month. Arsenal have been linked with several defenders across Europe in multiple positions, and one ambitious target is Bayern Munich's Mathilde de Ligt. The former Ajax prodigy was recently linked with a move to the Emirates, as he is reportedly unsatisfied at Bayern Munich. The centre-back was regarded as perhaps the best defensive prospect in Europe when he captained Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals in 2019, before he joined Juventus and eventually moved on to Bayern. However, despite rumors linking him with both Arsenal and Manchester United, Fabrizio Romano has now claimed that the 24-year-old will not be going anywhere in the January transfer window. In his daily briefing, Romano claimed that despite Arsenal shortlisting de Ligt as a potential target, the Dutchman is not expected to move anywhere in this window. Mathilde de Ligt was recently mentioned as a name on Arsenal's list, and of course he's a top player, but I'm told nothing will happen in January. He's currently injured, though the injury is not serious and he should be back in 7 to 10 days, so it's nothing to do with that, he claimed. Still, there's nothing happening for now. In the summer, everything can change and many English clubs are keeping close eye to the situation, so let's see what happens there, but I don't have concrete updates on Arsenal or any other club as it's not something to be decided now. Should Arsenal move for Mathilde de Ligt in the summer? Although Arsenal are short of depth in the backline, fullbacks arguably need to be prioritized over central defenders. William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes are consistently two of Arsenal's best players, and breaking up that partnership will be an unnecessary endeavor. Jakub Kiwior and Ben White can provide cover in the center if there is adequate cover in wide positions, and Declan Rice has even been trialed as an emergency central defender should it be necessary. De Ligt's poor injury record, and potentially large transfer fee and wage demands perhaps means Arsenal are better off trying to sign cover at right-back, which would allow White to move into the center, and they will hope that Jurrien Timber will feature heavily next season anyway. Arsenal have also been linked with Ousmane Diomande of Sporting CP, and if they are to sign a centre-back, they may be better off with the Ivorian powerhouse. Tottenham battle for La Liga star. Arsenal and Tottenham are set to battle it out for Real Sociedad winger Ander Barrenetxea, according to The Sun. The 22-year-old was scouted by both teams at the end of 2023 before he was injured. This season, he has scored 4 and assisted 2 in 22 games for Sociedad. Barrenetxea's ability to play on either wing means he's an attractive asset for the Gunners, who are desperate for more depth in their wide areas. Chavi Simon's back on radar. Arsenal are reportedly keeping tabs on Chavi Simon's loan spell at Bundesliga side RB Leipzig ahead of a summer move, according to German publication Bild. The report states that the Gunners are in the race for the attacking midfielder's signature after being linked with him last summer. Leipzig reportedly want to extend Simon's stay, but PSG are yet to make a decision due to the list of top clubs in for him. Barcelona and Inter Milan join Arsenal in being interested. Former Rangers striker Ally McCoist has now urged Dominic Solank to push for a move to Arsenal this month. Arsenal have already been linked with a January swoop for Dominic Solank, who it is thought could be prized away from Bournemouth for a fee of £50 million. However, Mikel Arteta seems to have ruled out any possibility of the Gunners striking a deal for the South Coast striker. That being said, it cannot be denied that Solank has been in blistering form this season. In 19 Premier League outings this season he has racked up 12 goals. Producing that kind of return in a struggling side is the kind of output that is sure to catch the attention of clubs at the upper end of the table. Arsenal are also certainly in need of a striker. Both Gabriel Jesus and Eddie Nketiah have struggled to find the back of the net on a consistent basis this season. Jesus' return of 3 Premier League strikes so far represents a particularly disappointing return considering that he is the North London club's first-choice striker. The Gunners have been linked with a number of high-profile names as potential acquisitions in this part of the pitch. However, the club's limited transfer budget represents a real barrier to Arteta being able to bring in the prolific goalscorer he needs. Dominic Solank told to take any chance to join Arsenal. Despite these factors suggesting that a move to Arsenal is now highly unlikely for Solank, Ally McCoist has still encouraged the 26-year-old to take any opportunity to move to a top club that may come his way. Speaking on TalkSport, the Scot said, "Move. All day. I look at Dominic Solank and I think right now he is an unbelievably rich vein of form. That might not last. Therefore he might not get another opportunity to move to a club like Tottenham or a club like Arsenal. If he gets the opportunity to move to a club like that, for me, it is an absolute no-brainer. He has to move." Solank has had opportunities to shine for some of the top clubs in country before. He was previously on the books with both Chelsea and Liverpool. However, the once-capped England man appears to be something of a late bloomer, and is really only now beginning to fulfill his potential. The Cherries will be extremely reluctant to let Solank leave this month. He is vital to Bournemouth's hopes of avoiding relegation this season. From the player's perspective, though, it is easy to see why a move to a club such as Arsenal would hold huge appeal. Well, folks, those were today's news. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay informed about everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.